Hey, it's Marilyn Devonish here from transformationstm.com, and I just wanted to give you a heads up in terms of what is happening this September. So it's a bit of a roundup to kick off the month. There's quite a lot happening. I wouldn't have said there was, and I looked at my diary and thought, oh gosh, actually there is quite a lot. So the first event kicks off this coming Tuesday. So if you're watching this in real time, today is Sunday. So we have on Tuesday, for those of you who did the Archetypal Journey quiz, you would have already had a taster of this. So I'm doing a live webinar at 6:30 p.m. That's UK time. We're still in BST. So 6:30 p.m. Archetypal Journey webinar. You do need to register. So what I'll do after this video is I'll put the links in the conversation thread, but that's the first one that you can take part in. And you have two options. You can either join the webinar for free, or there's an option where if you wanted to buy a ticket for a nominal fee, you can do that as well. So actually, why don't I, instead of talking about it, let me just grab the link and I will put that into the conversation thread. Big marker, Archetypal Journey. There we go. Alrighty, so that's the in the conversation thread. If you wanted to join us for the Archetypal Journey webinar on Tuesday, that's Tuesday the 4th of September, 6:30 p.m. The link is now in the conversation thread. Also, on that very same day, being a bit ambitious here, at 8:30 p.m, some of you might have seen the stuff that I've already done with Sifu Boggy in his The Way Of series. So that's going to be at 8:30 p.m. UK time, again on Tuesday, the 4th of September. We're doing an interview about photo reading. The last one we did was about Huna, and the one we did probably last year was just really an introduction piece. So that's 8:30 p.m. if you wanted to do that. Also on Tuesday, it's getting a bit mad now, also on Tuesday is Tarot Tuesday, which is everyone's favourite day of the week. So what happens with Tarot Tuesday, we do that one as a Facebook Live. So if you would like an individual reading, all you need to do is put your name in the thread. If you've got a particular deck that you want me to use, we can do that as well. I don't know if you can see behind me, but this is always the favourite deck. Yeah, I'd actually say this one is definitely the favorite deck, the Archangel Power. So I've seen a couple of people have recommended it as well, and oftentimes we will do what we call dealer's choice, where people don't specify what the issue is. They don't specify what deck they want to use, because there's like probably 15 different decks up there. I will just kind of go with intuition, and as you will know if you've taken part, it's always just uncannily stunning in terms of how accurate it is. I mean, they're right down to sort of saying random, well, it's not random, it's what the cards have said, you know, maybe think about organic vegetables, and the person says, I just went to the supermarket today and decided to get some organic vegetables. It's that kind of crazy spooky. So that's also on Tuesday. We'll be doing that by Facebook Live in the membership group if you wanted to join us for that. What have we got next? Going in order, what we have next is the MissingLettr Uppercase Online Summit. This one is taking place on Monday, the 10th of September. And so they've got a group of speakers together. I'm going to be speaking about how to produce content at the speed of light. In terms of, you know, they're a blogging syndication company. So they're going to be talking about writing and blogs, but also probably touching on, you know, workshops and all that sort of stuff as well. But that one is at 7 p.m. UK time, and that will run for an hour. So Monday, the 10th of September. Actually, let's do that again, because I've got a link as well for that somewhere. Uppercase, my talk link. Right, I'm also going to drop that one into the conversation thread as well. So if you wanted to register that, it's completely free of charge, but you do need to register. And then once you've done that, you have access to all of the other talks as well. And by the way, for those of you who can tune in live, there will be an opportunity to win a free place on my 3-day photo reading workshop, which is worth £748. Or if you happen to live abroad, because it's a global summit, then you can have access to my 1-day photo reading video DVD. So that's all online. So I just give you a login for that. So you'll find out more on Monday, the 10th of September, if you'd like to win a place on the photo reading. Right, what else do we have? What else do we have? Of course, Think Tank Thursday, in amongst it all. That will be kind of getting your questions in if there's anything on your mind, if you've got any particular challenges, if there's anything you maybe want some extra insight and ideas and input into. At the moment, Think Tank Thursday is scheduled for Thursday, the 20th of September. Could slightly change and move one up or one down, depending on my schedule. But again, we do that one as a Facebook Live. If there's anything about anything you want to ask, so the thread will go up for that 1 year at a time. Ah, yes. Tuesday, the 25th of September, I am speaking at Yes Group Bristol. So if any of you live in that part of the world, it would be fantastic to have you come and join us. I don't have the links for it yet, but as soon as I do, I'll put them in my e-newsletter. I'll also share them on my Facebook page. And I think if it follows the similar format of the regular Yes Groups, we'll probably kick off about 6:30 p.m. So Tuesday the 25th, Yes Group Bristol. Will be lovely to see you there as well. That's probably taking up, yes, if we're touching into just the beginning of October, my final photo reading workshop is the 5th to the 7th of October. So we start at 3 p.m. on the Friday, and then 9:30 to 6:30 on the Saturday and Sunday. Actually, while we're talking, this one's breaking news actually. While we're talking October, the 19th to the 21st, some of you might be familiar with the TCCHE Conference, the Conference for Consciousness and Human Evolution. So that's where last year, probably a similar, I know they've changed some of the speakers, but last year, for example, we had Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Lynn McTaggart, the Hertz. It's an incredible lineup, and I was the host and MC for that last year, and they've just got in touch and asked if I could MC that again. So we're just sort of seeing if we can finalize the details for that. So that will also be coming up. Oh yes, one other thing, we don't have a date for it yet, but what will be coming up is part 2 of the Practitioner Insider Secret. So for those of you who joined me for the video webinar training yesterday, I have sent you an email today. I've put in a list of dates that I can potentially do. I've also set up an online poll, so just click the link for the poll, pick the dates, and I'm just going to go with the one that's the most popular there. Hopefully, sometimes it's like herding cats, but hopefully everyone will be available on that day. So yeah, going to get the date in for the next Practitioner Insider Secret. So we did part 1 yesterday. You should all now have the link for that. And when you get the link, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to go back into the video webinar. You'll be able to look at all of the PowerPoint slides, listen, watch the video again. I've also set it up so you can see the chat and the conversation that was had. So I know some people have purchased to take part live. Some of you have purchased just to have the recordings. So whichever way you did it, you now have the link and the password for logging in to part 1 of the Practitioner Insider Secrets, and part 2 is most likely going to be in September. So it's just a case of you guys getting back to me with the dates. So that's basically it, as a quick sort of roundup of what's coming up this month and touching into October. If there's anything that you wanted to know, if you want links for anything, I will drop. So in the conversation thread, if you just joined us, you'll find the link for the Archetypal Journey webinar that's running on Tuesday. I've also put in the link for the Uppercase Online Business Summit, so you can register for that for free. Actually, while I'm here, why don't I just, if you haven't done, it's not a prerequisite or anything like that, but if you haven't done the Archetypal Journey online quiz, you might just want to do it for a bit of fun, because it is, people have found it actually quite enlightening. It's only one question. However, for me, it's been like, oh man, that's exactly where I am. That's exactly what I'm going through. And so I'll post that in there again. If you wanted to do that. But yes, so September is looking like a very, very interesting month indeed. Those are the things that I have at the moment. I'm just checking there's nothing else. So those are the things that I have at the moment happening in September throughout the month. There'll probably be others. What I'm thinking, oh, actually, yes. What I am thinking about doing also, one of my maybe crazy ideas is I am thinking about doing an online networking party, online networking event. So let's say start at 7 p.m. in the evening, we'll run for an hour, and and, you know, have whatever your favorite tipple is. So I'll most likely be sat here with my water, or if I'm pushing the boat out, I'll have a cup of herbal tea, and, you know, just really kind of, you know, come into the, and I don't know if I've got an example of it here. Let me just check, just so I can show you what you might expect. No, don't think I've got it. But what we can do, rather than the kind of the view I've shown you where it's PowerPoint slides, what I can also do, if you want to, with that one, of course you can participate in the chat much like you would with a Facebook Live. You can also open up your microphone, so, you know, we can hear you and be talking in real time. And you also have the option in the online meeting room to come on via webcam. So with that one, rather than it being a presentation, it will be a virtual meeting. And so coming into the meeting, you know, saying who you are, what you do, you know, maybe the movie that you've watched most recently, because I would like it to be a mix of business and social, depending on, you know, the mix and the crowd and who's there. It may be there's a particular challenge or an issue that you're working with at the moment that the people in the networking event might be able to help you with. But it really would be just a way of getting to know each other and connecting. And what I know from the video webinars that I've run so far, they have been just ridiculously good fun. And the first one that I ran, which was just a tester for the money breakthrough intro, it was like an online party. It was just fantastic. And nobody even had their mics on, nobody had their cameras on. It was all just interaction in the chat, but it was absolutely wonderful. And we had a brilliant time in the accountability call on Friday, for Focus Friday, for the membership group. That was such a laugh, and we did have cameras and microphones on that day, so that was brilliant. So I definitely know it could work in terms of really having a nice sense of connection. So if you would be interested, there is actually a post on my page at the moment. If you're working in real time, you probably just have to scroll down 2 or 3 posts. But if you would be interested, you can put yes in the post that's on my page, or you can type, you know, virtual online networking or something like that in the conversation thread here. And then once I've seen who's interested, picking a date that hopefully we can all do. As I said, it'll probably be around about 7 p.m. UK time, something like that, so that we can catch people. It might be, you know, possibly coordinating with lunchtime in the USA and our evening time here. We'll see how we go. But yeah, come and do some virtual networking. And, you know, and of course there's a facility in there as well to share links for your company. If people say, okay, what's your email address? You can put that all into the chat facility and people can be exchanging details. So I really, it's an idea that keeps recurring, and having seen how the online webinars have gone and how much fun they've been, particularly when we did open up the mics and the cameras for Focus Friday, I think it could be brilliant. So if you'd like to join me for that little experiment, let me know. Yeah, that's it. So if you've got any questions, if you've got any queries about anything that is coming up, drop them in the conversation thread, or, you know, drop me an email. Oh, hang on, new comment, but it's not showing me. It says new comment. That's helpful, but it doesn't tell me what it is. 1 second. I think Facebook is having a moment. Maybe it's telling me that I'm the one who put a comment in. But yeah, so sorry if you have commented and I've not seen it in real time. Let me just have a look at my iPad before I sign off, because sometimes Facebook Live is a bit weird with the way it displays its comments. But yeah, if you've got any questions, if you've got any queries, drop them in the conversation thread, drop me an email, marilyn@transformationstm.com, and we will go from there. So yeah, Tuesday, our first rendezvous at 6:30, followed by 8:30 if you've got the stamina to do both. And yeah, then we roll from there. Tarot Tuesday as well, of course, sorry, on Tuesday. So Tuesday is what I call a stacked day, where it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I'm sure something else will pop in there as well. But look forward to connecting with you all if you are joining me for any of those. And as I said, with the Archetypal webinar, for those of you who've maybe joined a bit later, there are 2 ways that you can take part in that. You can either take part free of charge, and it's just something that's really simple you have to do to qualify for your free ticket, or you can purchase a ticket. So that is up to you. Now, I think those comments, it says 3. How many links did I put? No, I think that's just me. It might just be telling me that I've commented. So oh, that's cool. But if you did comment and I didn't see it, I will cycle back, of course, and answer that. So yeah, so here is to a spectacular month of September, and I look forward to connecting with you with whatever it is we may be doing together. So catch you all later, and thank you for watching. And if any of the events that I'm running, you know anyone who may be interested in one, some, or all of those, please feel free to share the link or share this video. That would be very much appreciated as well. So catch you all later. Bye bye.